Check, check, check. What's going on, everybody? How are you? See, I'm trying to be festive when it comes to St. Patrick's Day. Look, see, I got my beads on. You know, a lot of the hot cougs. Brent's mod tonight was getting a bit snowflakey. What up, Ray B? How are you? Before I get started on tonight's Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream, I want to thank, dude, I just had the best conversation with one Blitz K. Man, Blitz, I got to tell you, Blitz looks absolutely amazing. And guys, the 11 people that are in here right now, if you could do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. From what I'm hearing when it comes to the algorithms of YouTube, give me a thumbs up. Everybody in here, give me a thumbs up if you could. I don't know if Blitz is or not. I'm not going to talk shop, but I got to tell you, if he is, good for him. Because I got to tell you, Anna is definitely a catch. So if Blitz K is, good for him. We got 11 people in here right now, and I've only got 3 thumbs up. So, I mean, Wally Reeves, those thumbs up, just because you give me a thumbs up emoji does not help me. So if you give me we're up to 5 there. So here, let me give you a little bit of the layout of what's going on tonight at the Hobo Fish Camp. There are some people out here shrimping tonight. Does Caitlin smell? No, Caitlin does not smell. Guys, I don't understand. The app won't let me thumbs up. Okay, well, anyways, there are a lot of shrimpers out here today. Goddamn, we're up to 17 people. Tom Delaney says F thumbs up. But yeah, no, guys, I had an amazing conversation with Blitz. And I will tell you the one thing about Blitz. And yes, I am marking out to Blitz right now when it comes to, yeah, I'm marking out. I'm a Blitz mark. Am I offended? No. I am not offended at all. Yo, you were great with your comeback on Bubba. Thank you, Chase. I had an amazing time on the Bubba the Love Sponge show. It was good to see everybody. If I'm just being honest, I was absolutely shocked by the positivity that is in that studio now. Because I got to tell you, I've been there through a lot of, incarnations. I don't even know if that's the right word. When it comes to the Bubba the Love Sponge show, don't worry about it, Tuddle. It just means that Brent isn't attracted to you and doesn't want to see you naked. He's not much into white dudes. See, I really do not get all the hate that Brent gets. I don't get all of the hate that his wife gets. Because I got to tell you, the whole entire time while I was there with Brent and his wife, Caitlin, they could not have been any nicer at all. Like, seriously. They were very hospitable. I got to tell you, they live right across the street. I know Brent, but he comes across as a know-it-all at times. I don't get that when it comes to Brent. I really, really don't. And right now I'm up to 25 people. Right now, if you're in the chat room, give me a thumbs up. Share this on any of your social media. A bit of a jailhouse lawyer was Sunshine Cool. Yeah, Sunshine was really, really cool. Man, I got to tell you, me going over to Tampa, being on the Bubba Love Sponge show as well as Brent Hatley show has really kind of paid off a little bit because I've got 26 people in here right now. And if you're a new, it was nice to have you back, and it was fun listening to you guys together again. The Bubba Overtime Show view numbers prove it. This is one of the things that me and Blitz talked about because seriously, I was late getting set up for this show because I was on the phone. What up, Doug Loveland? I was on the phone with Blitz, so I was in a little bit of a rush to be able to get set up over here at the seawall. It might be a little windy today, but I want to thank everybody that is joining me right now. If you have never tuned in to the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream, I do a podcast. Happy Saint. See, that's the thing about it. You know, a lot of you guys know me as Tuddle, but my real name is Patrick. And I see the reason that I'm wearing the beads is if I get any like older cougs that walk by. So I'm telling you right now, if any hot cougs, they don't even have to be hot cougs. I am going to give them the beads that I have on my neck. But back to what I was saying, I had a great conversation with Blitz. I pretty much owe a lot of the reason that I was able to come back due to Blitz. Blitz has always been a straight shooter when it comes to me. Tuds, loved hearing you on Bubba after show, but when I was concerned, your body language was telling me you were a little, that was one of the things that me and Blitz talked about. I'm sorry if I'm like marking out the Blitz and stuff, but that was one of the things that we talked about. I had mixed feelings about, watching the Charleston stuff whenever we were going back through and listening to and watching some of that stuff. It was a little hard. It was hard to watch, but also at the same time, it was depressing because I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how out of control I was when it came to my alcoholism. And I got to tell you, today has not been the best day for me. I'm just being honest. I have had pretty much one of the most fucked up days that I have had in a really, really, really long time. And the old Tuddle would have went straight to the bottle, which I did not. I did not go straight to the bottle. It's kind of funny because, and I'll be honest, when I was talking to Blitz, I kind of spilled my guts a little bit. And he was like, all right, so, you're kind of slurring a little bit. And I had to admit to him, well, I mean, a lot of you guys, listen, I played baseball. I picked up a nasty-ass habit when it came to playing baseball. I dip smokeless tobacco every once in a while. Very rare times. I was glad to watch Brent's show. Thank you, George. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I know dipping. Hey, hold on. All right, hold on. Let me see. Here, I'll show you. That is the guy in the yellow Jeep right there. That is John Mays. That is the guy that absolutely hates me. He absolutely hates me. He is trying to get me out of this park. And the only reason that I know that John Mays is coming around, Kiwi Dan, I would prefer not to talk about it. Maybe one day I will talk about what has happened to me. if you've listened to me, I've not gone into detail about stuff, and I don't want any of you guys to think that it has anything to do with my parents. No, it does not at all. But I am a survivor. I am a victim of childhood trauma. I am not making excuses for any of my behavior and stuff. None of it was my mom and dad's fault at all. But yes, I was and still am a victim of childhood trauma. And I'll leave it at that. One day I will maybe talk about it. Just like I talked about. You know what? I'm not getting into it. Yeah, I know that I mentioned that I had a bad day. Maybe one day I will. Because, yeah, you were a Boy Scout, yes. That made me laugh, Bluegill McGillicuddy. Even though that it's something not to laugh about, yes. Thank you, George. But I got to tell you, I had a great time on Brent's show last night. I did the rounds. I did Bubba's show. And also, I want to thank Colton's family. Colton's family, I'm not going to say they're like family. They are family to me. They let me stay at their house rent-free. And, there was this guy that natural that there would be a come down today. Hello there, Tuddle. Overcome and adapt. Thank you, T-Bone. Now, listen, you were great on Brent show. Thank you, Wally. So, but what I'm trying to say is, even though that I had a pretty shitty day, I'm still getting on here. I'm being a professional. And I am putting on a great show for you guys. And I want you guys to know, any of these YouTube shows that I do, it's an Ask Me Anything, AMA. So if you're in the chat, is that ice cream man story? Yeah, no. It's not the ice cream man story. But I, if you didn't listen to today's Tuddle Daily podcast, it was a really, really good one. It was just me talking from the heart, talking about my experience on the Bubba the Love Sponge show yesterday. Like I said before, the positivity of the show is absolutely unbelievable. Here, let me put my hotspot in my pocket here, and let's do a little bit of traveling here, because I like to show you guys around the park. It's kind of cool. I got this new iPhone 12 Pro. Now, the shrimping has not been this year, but there's actually some boats that are out on the water today. You can see the 3 there. There's one there. There's another one there. There's another one there. You know what I wish was going on? That, these assholes park in the channel. And then a big-ass tugboat with a barge will come by, and they cannot stop. And they will blow the horn at these assholes that are in the channel. As you can see, some of these assholes are in the channel. There's the other end. If you're looking down there southwards, if it was daylight right now, you could see the vehicle assembly building. If you don't know what that is, I would hope that Blitz might be listening right now. But the vehicle assembly building, if you see those lights, I'm not talking about the lights on the top there. But if you look way down there, if it was during the day, you could actually see the outline of the vehicle assembly building at Kennedy Space Center. See, I got to turn around because the wind is just so bad. But I want to thank everybody that is joining me right now. One of the things that I wanted to get into, and I want to be very careful the way that I talk about this. If any of you guys know, and I didn't want to bother, I don't know, are you kidding me with the wisp and no talent? I don't know what that means, my friend, but I appreciate you joining me. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is, do you guys, in your opinion, do you think it's Bubba being Bubba? Do you think it's Bubba? All right. I thought I heard about getting after it, letting it eat on the waterway there. But I wanted to talk about why the people in Orlando, especially Florida Man Radio. And please hear me out. I am not talking any bad about the people at JVC or the people at Florida Man Radio. But I'm trying to figure out what did I do that was so wrong? Because I have my theories on it. I really, really do have my theories on it. I think, and I'll admit if I'm wrong, I think the major problem that the people at Florida Man Radio have with me is because of Shannonburg. Now, like I said, I'll admit if I'm wrong, but I just would like to know, because in my opinion, I'm not trying to like S my own D on this situation, but if they were learning how to work it, Shannonburg it, they would be using me because, like I actually have a name in Orlando. I do. I don't want you to think like I'm full of myself or anything, because I'm not being you were wrong. Nobody cares about you on the radio. Thank you, Mark P. You know what? You could be right. But I think you're wrong, because the people at Florida Man Radio actually know who I am. So if nobody cared about me, then they wouldn't actually know who I am. So what I'm trying to say is radio poison. Way to regurgitate all the stuff that you hear on the radio. So you might as well call me Yellow Bridge, Yellow Teeth, Hack Mouth, Dirty Feet, Dirty Ears, whatever it may be, alcoholic. Come on, just bring it. See, that's the thing about you trolls. You think that anything that you hear on the radio actually bothers me? No, it does not. You're welcome to go start your own show from nothing but a phone, and we'll see how you do. Shut out, cuz. Yeah, I'm here. Side profile right now. I'm jutting it out for you. You have to face it. You work with a bunch of users that want a piece of the pie, but nothing for you. No. I disagree. I disagree with you on that because if I had nothing to offer, here, I'll give you a fact. I'll say this, okay? If you guys are Bubba the Love Sponge fans, and you know how much of a great radio talent Bubba is, do you think that he would be? Because we went over this. We went over this on yesterday's show. I don't want to be against you, Tuddle, but I think you need to move on. What do you mean by move on? Stop being on Bubba's show? Was Tuddle like? Yeah, I guess you could say I was kind of like a whack packer. All that matters is you move the needle. See, this guy's got to be shining his brights right in my face. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for shining your brights right in my face. But what I'm trying to say is that, yeah, you're right. The needle. But also my attitude has gotten me into a lot of trouble. It really has. Like, I'll give you an example. Well, I like it. I like you better than Brent. You're a lot more down to earth and sincere. Thank you, Kiwi. But Brent is sincere. You mean the show where no one could listen to y'all except Twitch? Yeah, see, I heard that they've been having some troubles with Bubba Army Radio, but you also got to understand, look, Bubba and the show thank you, David Rivera. The show has kind of called an audible at the line of scrimmage. And Twitch is, I don't think Brent is full of it. I mean, Brent's good at what he does. Do you really think if Brent was not as good as he is, that he would have ever had a chance on shows? I mean, the guy worked with Ron Diaz. The guy worked with Bubba the Love Sponge. The guy worked with Howard Stern. So what I'm trying to say is, like, you can't say that he does not have talent at all. I mean, you just cannot say that. But back to my appearance on Bubba's show. I had a great time. And I think it kind of shows how much that I've grown, especially watching those Charleston videos. God, I looked absolutely horrible. I looked horrible in those videos on the way to Charleston. You did great. The old Tuddle would have brought up Seth and his leaving, and you did not touch it. No, I did not. I will say the one thing that really, really put me in an uncomfortable spot was the soul brother Kevin talk. Kevin, the guy that was the best man at my wedding, the guy that I started interning with. What I'm trying to say, and by the way, Anna could not have been, hold on. Bubba is about begging for bits now. That's all the other streams are down. I would disagree. I would disagree with that. But, I mean, what you guys don't realize is that Twitch, you know, if you guys are true fans of Bubba the Love Sponge, Twitch was the only thing keeping the lights on, people. If I'm just being honest, if it wasn't for Twitch, there would be no show. I'm just being dead honest. And that is the God honest truth. That is not a dig at Bubba at all. I think that you have matured a little, but not much. You seem a little drunk now. No. Do you wait, whoa. I take offense to that. You are so fake and it comes across creepy. All right, here we go. Let's see. Brent claims to be playing a character when he Diakos keeps the like on. I mean, you could be right at that. He's one of the best Twitch streamers out there, and at least in his category. Yes, I agree. See, now I'm losing people. I don't understand. Like, I don't understand you trolls. I really, really don't. Like, seriously. Sorry, Tuddle, but you do seem a bit drunk. Okay. Here, do you want to see? This is the only thing that I have here. This is the only thing I have here. So, if you want to say that I'm drunk, that is a complete absolute bullshit. And I'm not going to stand up for that because I've worked way too hard. I really, really have. And for you to come at me and tell me that I am drunk, do you really think that the old Tuddle would have been able to get on here by himself? Matter of fact, if I'm just being honest, none of you marks could get on right now. And if you were inebriated, like you guys say that I am, and be able to do what I'm doing right now. There's no way. There's no way any of you assholes could do what I'm doing right now, even sober. So, I'm not trying to, be a troll. Oh, Bart always has problems. Well, okay, yes. BAR probably does have problems. Okay. You got to understand, Colton had been running it for a really, really long time. Definitely happy for your huge audience, and I thank you. And, Tuddle, I think you need to end the stream before these trolls get to you more. No, I'm going to ignore them. But, I take it personally for any of you guys that want to attack my sobriety. I mean, that is the one thing that I can actually be proud of. For real. I told you, I talked to Blitz earlier, and he was like, oh, man, because I, if I'm being honest, if you guys want me to be honest, how I talked about how I had a bad day? I told Blitz about it. Blitz knows all about it. What exchange did you and Dr. Dan? I'll get to that. But first, let me talk about the conversation that I had with Blitz. Blitz actually said, because after I told him about the day that I had, and if you're in here right now, give me a thumbs up, please. Give me a thumbs up. It helps me with the algorithm when it comes to stuff. But Blitz was like, all right, so yeah, you had a bad day. Have you been drinking? Did you take anything? Because I had a dip of Grizzly in my lip. And unlike most dippers, I have a hard time talking. Don't give me a thumbs up emoji. Give me a thumbs up when it comes to the thing. So Blitz was like, oh, did you take anything? It sounds like you're slurring. And I was like, no, I got a dip in my mouth. Now, if Blitz is listening right now, he can attest that I sound completely different than what I did on the phone. So any of you guys that want to tell me that I sound drunk, you can go fuck yourself. Like, for real. Like, seriously, that's the one thing that I'm not going to put up with. I'm not going to put up with you questioning my sobriety because I've worked way too hard at it. You are slurring now. Okay, cool. Did you ever imagine that maybe the way that I slur is because of a lot of the medication that I was once on? Do you ever imagine that maybe I drank myself into a permanent slur? What's up, McDave? And you know what? I'm getting off this topic because you guys are all just piling on now. So you can just fuck off, basically. Because I don't think any of you guys that are trying to say that I'm drunk or that I've been drinking could do what? What am I at right now? 30 minutes and 36 seconds? Could be able to pull off exactly what I'm doing right now? None of you could. None of you could. And I'm telling you right now, I'm offering a challenge. Any of you motherfuckers that are trying to tell me that I've been drinking right now, come on my show. Come on my show. We can do a Zoom. We will record it. You'll get timed out. Exactly. No, it is actually the it's actually the Indian River. It is part of the intercoastal. Here, if you're just tuning in, I'll give you a little bit of a tour. Matter of fact, you know what? If you don't believe me, if you think I'm drinking, ask Brent. I was at Brent's house last night. I was in close quarters with him. Ask Brent, did I, yeah. I mean, look at the type of shape that I'm in right now. Do you think if I was really, really drinking that I would have been able to lose the weight? And I'm done with it. So let me get back into exactly what I was talking about earlier. The only thing that made me uncomfortable when it came to yesterday's Bubba the Love Sponge show was the SBK stuff. And I don't know if a lot of you guys know who SBK is, but I guess, and that's the thing about it is like Anna didn't even bring it up. But I guess, you know, there are hard feelings there. I guess, you know, there are accusations that Soul Brother Kevin complained to management and got Anna Hummel fired. I talked to Soul Brother Kevin yesterday, and he was like, listen, I will be more than happy to give Anna Hummel uninterrupted time on my show to, like, lay out her case. Bubba should dump the love sponge part of his name. I mean, it's kind of been working for him. But Soul Brother Kevin actually offered, and he told me this. He was like, I will give her uninterrupted time on my show to prove her case. But I don't even think Anna wants that. See, that's the thing about it, is that I really don't think Anna even wants that. But I would like to broker like a peace treaty here. Like, let's bring Anna and Soul Brother Kevin together, like they've been trying to do with Israel and Palestine. Let's get those two nations together. I still haven't seen any. Hold on. How you doing tonight? Doing wonderful. Would you like some beads? Would you like? Well, I see. I'm getting all hung up here. See, I can't even do that now. I ruined it. I was gonna give you some St. Patrick's Day beads. So, all right, no worries. I mean, I couldn't even get them off because I get my headphones on, and I completely forgot about that. But what I'm trying to say is, like, I do not. Old Tuddle, moved on from the whole Cox beat. Yes, I agree. Anna has. All right, here, I'll break it down for you, okay? When I first came into the studio yesterday, me and Anna did not talk that much because I came in live on the air. And we really didn't talk that much. But the first break, I got to tell you, I had one of the best conversations that I have ever had with somebody in a studio than Anna Hummel. And I don't think a lot of you guys realize this because I have spent 22 years, which is kind of depressing when you think about it, that you would think that I would be doing way better than what I am right now after 22 years of broadcasting, and I wouldn't be doing YouTube Willie, Podcast Willie, whatever you want to call it, that I would be a lot further than what I am right now, but I'm not. And I'm not going to let that get me down. It could depress the shit out of me, but I'm not going to let it do it. I'm having a lot of fun doing what I'm doing right now. So what I'm trying to say is, no matter what happens, even if Bubba just has me on once a month, I'm happy with that. Because right now, the numbers are kind of showing. My appearance on Brent's show, my appearance on Bubba's show has extremely helped me out. What happened to the Montana co-host you started the podcast with? Charlie Alamo. Charlie Alamo, listen, I love Charlie Alamo. I think the dude is completely one of the most talented guys that I've worked with when it comes to radio. The guy is brilliant. I love him. It seems like a lot of you guys have heat with Charlie Alamo. I want to have him on again. I know you guys took a shit on it last time that I had him on, but you know what? I really don't care what the audience... Well, I do care what the audience thinks. But I think that you guys are just being over, like, don't forget about the thumbs up. We'll help out Tuddle. Yes. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you're in the chat room right now. I want to thank everybody that is listening and tuning in right now. If you're a first-time listener or viewer of the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream, I do 2 shows a day. I do a recorded audio podcast, which today's audio podcast was a review of my visit to Tampa, behind-the-scenes stuff when it comes to Bubba the Love Sponge show. Tomorrow's show, I'm going to cover my visit to Brent in St. Pete. And today's show was over an hour. I didn't even have a guest on. I did an hour by myself. I'm not trying to, like, self-gloss right now. But, once again, for you people that want to think that I'm not sober, I would love for you guys to be able to do what I do. And I know a lot of the people that are out there that are listening, they are like, oh, well, Tuddle, you couldn't do my construction job. The blue-collar, get-her-done people, that male 25 to 54 audience that talk radio usually generates. I've done it before, people. You guys look at me and you see a nerd. Pit me with a welding rod and a lead. Thank you, JR. I appreciate that. If you're in the chat room right now and you're watching this, share it on your social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Tell your friends, family, loved ones, coworkers, neighbors. Yes, I was an iron worker. I was the deck bitch, and what I mean by deck bitch, by deck bitch, I was laying decking on top of the bar joist, and then I would have to weld the decking to the bar joist, and then I would have to put in the screws. I'd have to. If you've never laid down decking before, you lay down decking, and then you put a weld in every like little valley. You know, the decking goes down, up, up, down, and then you gotta, you gotta weld that, and then in between where the seams are, you gotta put screws down. And now after Hurricane Andrew, they made it. You know, a lot of these schools that they all have to have a hurricane-safe room. And I would have to put down almost 25 to 30 screws in between each seam. And that is a lot of hard work. And a lot of people don't realize this. I was also the paint bitch. And by paint bitch is when you put a weld down, they give you this 5-gallon bucket of white paint. They give you a broom handle with a paintbrush on the end of it, duct taped. Can you weld 2 soda cans together without them melting? I don't know. I've never tried it before. Aluminum, you got to weld. That's redundant. Damn it. Yeah, it is. But the paint bitch, you'd have to go over all the welds that you laid down on the decking and paint it with the white paint because they don't. Man, people are just coming in with their brights. Like they're coming in heavy with the brights, and this guy's coming in. Ooh, wow. What is that? That is an F450. It's not a diesel. I don't know. It might sound like a diesel. But then you got to weld those. You got to paint those welds, and then you can move on. So I know that this is boring. In closing, I'm going to wrap things up here. I just want to thank everybody that has joined me tonight. I love every single one of you. I want to thank Blitz K for calling me today. I want to thank Bubba Clem, for having me on his show. It was good to see Lummox. You going back on the BRN soon. Listen, I'm not going to push it right now. I am scheduled for once a month. I think that I am also scheduled to do an exclusive once a month podcast as well. So I am absolutely through the roof when it comes to the possibilities, because tonight's you were outstanding on Bubba's show. Bounty Hunter said that. Hey, Bounty Hunter, you've always been a big supporter of mine. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You know, that is why I call you guys my supporters. I don't call you listeners. I don't call you fans. I call you supporters. The reason that I call you guys supporters is because without you, this podcast would not grow. Because all the other online content that I've done before, I've had a terrestrial show to be able to promote it on. And what I've been doing is because of word of mouth. And I want to thank all of you guys. Lummy is not a co-host. Bubba's pushing that too far. Lummy was great. You know what? I don't think a lot of you guys know this. I stayed after the show and I helped clean up. I helped clean up the studio. And a lot of you guys don't know this. You know, Lummy is in charge of keeping things clean when it comes to the janitorial services at the BRN. But one of the best ones that I have ever seen was Pantera. Pantera, oh my God. I would love to see what Pantera's house was look like, because Pantera, he would go over every single motherfucking thing you did when it comes to the cleaning of the studio. So we ended up emptying all the garbage cans. And oh, guys, you might want to think that Anna Hummel gets treated differently. No. Anna stayed after the after show and helped all of us clean. Anna Hummel, like, she was there vacuuming. She was there cleaning the kitchen. She was there, like, emptying the garbage cans, helping me out. Hopefully, the Dr. Dan video will be out soon. See, that's the thing about it. And, you know, this might get some real heat. Might get some real heat. But Dr. Dan does not know how to work. Dr. Dan does not know how to work at all. You know, he was talking all this mad trash about, I don't want to see Tuddle. I don't want to see Tuddle. I don't want to see Tuddle. I don't know what he has against me. It almost seems like he's kind of punching down a little bit. But Dr. Dan, I was waiting outside to interview Dr. Dan. And, like, he couldn't get away from me fast enough. And if you got real heat, if you got, I love you and Dr. Dan, so I'm torn. Dan's a mark. No, listen, there is nothing that I can say bad about Dr. Dan. There's nothing I can say bad about Dr. Dan, because the guy, you know, most people, when they become a doctor, they'd be like, all right, that's cool. I'm a doctor. Nope. That was not good enough for him. Not only did he become a doctor, he is now a lawyer. That's why he is Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire. But it was also kind of punching down. The guy was driving a Porsche Cayenne. He was driving a Porsche Cayenne, and I was pulling up with a 2006 PT Cruiser that has had a piece of Gorilla Tape holding up the left-hand side tail light, because I broke off one of the clips while I was replacing one of the taillights. So, yeah, kind of punching down. But stay in your lane, man. Like, yeah, it was a turbo. I mean, he did a hell of a burnout when he got out of the studio. So, hopefully they got that video. We'll see how it goes. But I'm just saying, I mean, if you're going to have heat with me, I mean, have heat with me. I would never tell, or never in a million years try to put breast implants or do a facelift or a tummy tuck, because that's not what I do. I would never argue, defend, or prosecute a case in a court of law, because that's not what I do. You know what I do? I talk for a living. No. I listen. For Dr. Dan being an amateur, I think Dr. Dan is great. Dr. Dan is a baller. And that's about it. Like I said, what is somebody like me going to be able to use against Dr. Dan? Dr. Dan is a doctor. Dr. Dan is a lawyer. Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire drives $100,000 cars. I have never in my life owned a new car. So, yeah, Dr. Dan is winning, and I am losing. So, in closing, if you're in here right now and you haven't already done it, give me a thumbs up because that helps me in the algorithms. Check out the Tuddle Daily Podcast. It is available on all podcasting platforms. Just search the Tuddle Daily Podcast. It's available on iTunes Podcasts. It is available on iHeartRadio. It is available on Spotify. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Google Play, 315live.com with Matt Major, all over the place. So, if you haven't already done it, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that bell button because when you hit that bell button, thank you, T-Bone. Thank you, T-Bone. Like, seriously, T-Bone's like one of the biggest supporters. So what I'm trying to say is thank you, Jason Martin. That's what I try to see. Jason Martin gets it. Jason Martin gets it. Like, keep moving the needle. And that's what I do. If you love or hate me, I really don't give a fuck. I really don't. You know who I am. I don't know who you are. And you know what? Maybe I'm sounding like Dr. Dan. No, Dr. Dan does bring content. Like I said, for an amateur, Dr. Dan is amazing. But I'm saying right now, you put me and Dr. Dan in a studio one-on-one, it wouldn't even be fair. It would not even be fair if you put me and Dr. Dan in a studio one-on-one. It wouldn't be fair. Just like if you put me in a operating room or a courtroom, oh, he would eat my lunch. He would eat my lunch all day. But in a radio studio on a microphone, I would absolutely destroy him. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All right, guys, I'm getting out of here because I'm rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed tonight's show. Yes, I did 53 minutes. I don't think that's somebody that is drunk right now like you say that I am. So, fuck off. I love all of you. I'll talk to you tomorrow.